Be'ezrat Hashem, we're back at after Arvit over here in the beautiful Bet Midrash, Kadosh David Chai, and right off Sheridan, 4601 Thomas Street. Anybody wants to come in the corner? We're learning halachot Seudah right now. We're doing the big details, how to wash, what, where, and how to fulfill it appropriately. That's half hour before Mincha, usually. And right after Mincha Arvit, we have the halachot, we do Gemarah in Chok Israel, and then we also do Bezat Hashem, a little bit Musar in Hebrew, for 4 minutes about, roughly, from Chok Israel. Okay, Reb Zohar, put up your audio recorder, let's go. We're waiting for you.
Okay, Chok Israel, Parshat Mishpatim Yom.
Louder.
Gemarah.
The 21st of
Shvat.
Shvat. Beautiful. Gemarah. Baba Metzia Daf Pei Hey. So we have 85 page. The first side of Baba Metzia, the Gemarah says as follows. Amar Rabbi Shmuel Bar Nachmani. B'chavot, Rabbi, start from there.
Amar Rabbi Shmuel Bar Nachmani. Amar Rabbi Yonatan.
Yonatan. So Rabbi, we were said in Rabbi Yonatan's name. What? Call?
כל המלמד את בן חברו תורה זוכה ויושב בישיבה של מעלה.
Mala. So anybody who is teaching other Jews Torah, and obviously it does not apply a person who's just teacher. Like, there are a lot of people who are just information boxes. They're like information. You're talking about teaching. There's only one way to teach Torah. Zohar, what is that way?
With love?
No, there's only one way. It's to fulfill what you do, what comes out of your mouth. And if you fulfill what comes out of your mouth, that means that's the only way to teach. There's no other teaching. The person who is spewing information...
Keep your actions where your mouth is.
No, again, but who knows this? Only Hashem. Only HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the Holy of the Holiest. I'm talking to myself. He knows everything. So if a person says to somebody something and he really, by himself, is lacks in that mitzvah that he's telling others, no wonder the children are not following it. No wonder the children are not following him or his students. So here the Gemarah says, what's the ultimate goal to sit in the yeshiva shel Mala? How do you get into the sit where you're going to enjoy the ziva shekhinah, the pleasure, presence of Hashem in the Olam Haba, where you're going to be learning in the full yeshiva, the real yeshiva, where in reality, can you imagine how many Jews were at Har Sinai? 42 million. When it says Shivim Panim, there were 600,000. 70 ways to understand Torah, it's 42 million ways. Different ways on every element of Torah. That's only the Jews that stood by Har Sinai. After Har Sinai, how many Jews learned Torah? Till today. Zohar, can I say 10 billion? Can I say 100 billion? Till today, how many Jews were there for the past 3,337 years? From the day that we received the Torah?
I don't know.
At least 10 billion. Or let's say a billion even. Let's say a billion. The Gemarah says that just in Churban Abayit, there's about at least a billion people were killed. A billion Jews. But let's say till today, we'll take the minimum number. 1 billion Jews were born into this world after Matan Torah. That means simple. Every Jew has 70 different ways to understand the Torah. Every element. So there are 70 billion pirushim on the Torah Kedosha. I always say to 42 million because that's everybody could say the number. Everybody agrees to this number. Nobody argues. There were 600,000 men at the time of the foot of the Mount Sinai. So each one of them, we all got 42 million pirushim from Hashem, and each one of us has to be Michadesh, and each one of us has 70 pirushim. So can you imagine, just think for a second, there are 70, if there's billion Jews, 1 billion men, 70 billion pirushim, and why the Torah starts with Bet. Can you imagine that? What are they doing in Olam Haba? The Ilam Emet, the real yeshiva. They're sitting in the presence of Hashem and they're cultivating the seconds 70 billion pirushim why Torah starts with bet. It's not enough. We're not ending there. Why is the last letter Lamed?
It's for every person? I thought it was
Every person. Yes,
I thought
exactly.
it was like in total.
No, we learned Zachar v'chelek chavero. We learned it in the morning with Rabbi Moshe Amber. He was even telling you there that a person could merit his portion and your portion. So I think Saba Mekelim he wrote 150 pirushim on Pasuk Potech et Yadecha. 150 pirushim. So they asked him, wait a minute, Rabbi, it's 70. Why you got 150? He says, I took it from my neighbor who didn't utilize this. That's right. My neighbors didn't want to learn Torah, so they didn't use it. I took it from them. That's what it means. So there are actually 70 billion pirushim on any question a 3-year-old boy could answer. Could ask. Even a 3-year-old boy, once he starts understanding what Torah is, if there is a question on anything, the question, listen to this, how far are we going here? Why am I elaborating here? Because I told you, Limud Torah is out of this world. Even a tag, you know what a tag is? On some letters in the Torah, there is crowns. So usually, who will have a question on that? A child. A 3-year-old looks at the Sefer Torah and says, wait, what is this? What is this? Why this letter has 3? Why this one has 2? And this one only has 1 crown? In a crown, there is, pointies. That pointy, so there's sometimes 3, there's sometimes 2, and there's 1. A child will say, what is this? On each letter in the Torah, imagine this. In each letter that has a tag, that's the question that related to it. Why on this letter yes, on this letter not? No, sorry. Why on this letter yes, 70 billion answers. Why it's not on that letter, 70 billion answers. Do you understand? Can we comprehend how much knowledge in Torah there is? Oh, so now, we can never achieve it. Let alone, forget about, we don't even know 10 pirushim. Let's say you know 100 pirushim. Why the Torah starts with bet. 100? We're talking 70 billion, Habibi. So the truth of the matter is you can never get there while you're alive. The only time you could truly comprehend it is when we pass on from this world and we go to Olam HaEmet, and over there the yeshiva. So he says, what's the guarantee that you're going to learn all that? Aren't we in the business of curiosity? That's the Jew. The Jew is all about curiosity. I want to know more. He can't stop. Can you imagine? This is the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is, how do you get the Yeshiva Shirmala to learn 70 billion pirushim, 70 billion different ways? Maybe more even. It's only one way. Teach your chaver, his son. Teach somebody else's. Teach some other people. But that only is going to work if you yourself is pure, who are really lomed al menat la'asot ve'lekayem ve'al menat le'lemod. You're fulfilling everything you learn, and then you're teaching others as well. I'm talking to myself, Chevron. Okay, Shene'emar, how do we know that to be true? Continue. Shene'emar in Yirmiyah, sorry.
שנאמר אם תשוב ואשיבך לפניי תעמוד.
So it says in Yirmiyah, the pasuk, very, very, well, look at this pasuk. אם תשוב ואשיבך לפניי תעמוד. Hashem says, if you're gonna tashuv, over here tashuv means you are, I guess, returning, or tashuv Israel mutav. You're helping other Jews to understand what Torah is all about. If you do that, I will make you stand next to me. You know how much you think there's 70, you really believe me when I tell you there's only 70 billion answers on why Torah starts with bet? You know, that's a fallacy. I should be maybe excommunicated just for that. Some people want to attack me when I say things. And I don't agree with them, because you don't excommunicate just because you disagree with me. If you want to prove me wrong, that's one thing. But just to excommunicate me because you don't understand me, that's foolishness. You're just a fool. If you want to excommunicate me, I give you permission to excommunicate me for this. When I said 70 billion, I didn't say only 70 billion. I said minimum. Do you know there are infinite answers why Torah starts with the letter bet? Infinite. I'm just bringing it down lower to us, little bit, maybe we could comprehend, maybe a little bit. That's why I say a word. If there was billion Jews, there's 70 billion interpretations on every question. But reality, infinite. What do you want to say about all these words?
He says, why is it called Baal Teshuvah? Who is Baal? Is it Baal Teshuvah? Really means the one that brings people to the Teshuvah.
That's also true. That's 100% on Muslim. So he says, how? So this is the reward. If you want to stand next to Hashem Almighty, go out and bring Jews back. Yeah, this videos, the audios that we send out, this videos on YouTube, on whatever, on TikTok. Hopefully, some Jews will hopefully, forget about Jews, myself. Sometimes I play the videos, right? Or rerun sometimes. Just to, וכל המלמד
את בן עם הארץ תורה, אפילו הקדוש ברוך הוא גוזר גזרה מבטלה בשבילו
Shvilo says, even if a Jew goes out and he says, you know what, I'm going to go teach Torah to children who are, Amaratz and people who did not learn Torah. A person goes out of his way and he goes and he says, where are these people? These people, under Stalin rule, from Russia, coming from, and he goes out and he looks for them and he wants to teach with them. What happens? Even decrees that Hashem decreed on this world, Hashem will make sure this person is protected from them. But again, it has to be sincere teaching. Sincere teaching only means fulfilling whatever comes out of your mouth. And we are far away from that, unfortunately. Shene'emar, how do we know that to be true? Shene'emar,
ואם תוציא יקר מזולל כפי תהיה.
Here it says over there, same in Yirmiyah, V'im totzi yakar, take out the importance, mizolel, which is garbage. A person, when he does sins, what is he? He's in the garbage. He's swimming like a pig in the garbage. Sorry for my expression. And you take him out of there. You tell him, by the way, this is how we fulfill this mitzvah. This is how we fulfill this mitzvah. And then Hashem says, Kefi tiyeh. He says, and this person who took out this yakar, this importance from garbage, he will be like my mouth. And can anything hurt? Can anything hurt Hashem? Zohar, can anything hurt Hashem? No. That's right. So Hashem says, you will be like my mouthpiece. So if I'm like your mouthpiece, Hashem, for sure, I'm not gonna get hurt. Amar Rabbi Parnach.
Amar Rabbi Parnach Amar Rabbi Yochanan כל שהוא תלמיד חכם ובנו תלמיד חכם ובן בנו תלמיד חכם שוב אין תורה פוסקת מזרעו לעולם.
So there's a guarantee. The Gemarah says if somebody is Talmid Chacham who learns Torah and he is very cautious that his son is going to be learning Torah and teaching Torah, then he's going to be cautious to make sure his grandson after him will continue learning Torah. There is a guarantee to this person that his children will never stop learning Torah. It's a guarantee. Why? Shneimar, how do we know that to be true in Yeshaya? And it says over there, and I am Zot Briti. The Zot means Torah. I am the covenant over here. Lo yamush mipicha. Umipi zera zaracha. No, continue. It's a pasuk.
Period.
No, continue.
umipi zera zaracha amar Hashem.
It says in the pasuk that I am Vani Zot Briti, and I will have a covenant with this person. The covenant of what? Covenant of Torah. In which aspect? It says Lo yamushu, that the Torah will not stop mipicha, from your mouth. Umipi zaracha, and from the mouth of your child. Umipi zera zaracha, in the mouth of your grandchild. Amar Hashem me'ata v'adon. That's going to go forever. So once you're going to guarantee you learning Torah, making sure your child learns Torah, making sure his child learns Torah, and they're in that element of Torah, you are guaranteed the children will not get off the derech. My Amar
מה אמר השם אמר...
No, the Gemara says, wait a minute. So what does this mean? Amar Hashem. Amar Hashem. Why do you have to add that? Amar HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Hashem says I'm making a statement here. What's the statement? Amar HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Continue.
אמר הקדוש ברוך הוא אני ערב לך בדבר הזה.
Says Hashem, I am your guarantor. You spend your nights, weekends, instead of going to Orlando and instead of indulging in this world, you spend on yourself learning Torah. I says Hashem, now I am guaranteed because you spend on yourself, on your child, on your grandchild. You paid for the tuition and you made sure that there is no excuses why they're not oskim in Torah, why they're not toiling in Torah. Says Hashem, I will guarantee you forever. Ani arev lecha. I will guarantee your grandchildren, grandchildren, they will all be learning Torah. My. So the Gemara says, wait, so why do I need another statement? My me'atav ad olam, from now on to forever. What is that for?
אמר רבי ירמיה, מכאן ואילך תורה מחזרת על אכסניים שלה.
HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to guarantee you that the Torah will always return to your children. But the Torah will go back on its original host. Aksania is the host of the Torah. Since you made sure you're learning Torah, your child and your grandchild, now that you're the host of the Torah. Since you're the host of the Torah, it always goes back. Rav Yosef Yetiv.
רב יוסף יתיב ארבעין תעניתה והקריאוהו לא ימושו מפיך.
So Rabbi Yosef was sitting 40 days in Ta'anit. Meaning days means night he would eat. Obviously nobody could survive 40 days without any food. But if you do Ta'anit from sunrise to sunset to stars coming out, that is called the Ta'anit day, Yomi. And 40 days he did such a Ta'anit. And then on him was called out, Lo Yamushu Bipicha. From him that the Torah will not stop from his mouth. Whatever that means, once again. Let's see if there's a Gemarah on that. No. Okay, continue.
יתיב ארבעין תעניתה
אחריני
והקריאוהו לא ימושו מפיך ומפי זרעך.
He said another 40 days in Ta'anit, and he cultivated, and Hashem gave him a promise, sent out a bat kol that said, not just you not going to lose Torah, also your children will not lose Torah. They will not go off the derech. Because he said for 40 days Ta'anit, because he did it Hashem Shamayim for what? To make sure your children, you yourself don't go off the derech, your children go off the derech. Continue. So Hashem says, I'll promise you, this 80 days that you do Ta'anit, you will have this, what's his name? Yetiv.
80 days straight.
Again, yeah, but at night it's eating, okay. Yetiv mea Ta'anita. Achrini.
אתה והקריאוהו לא ימושו מפיך ומפי זרעך ומפי זרעך.
The Gemara says, but when he said another 100 days, straight 100 days without Ta'anit, just eating at night, then they promised him, not his child, and not his grandchild will lose any Torah.
If he does what?
He did 40 days Ta'anit, and 100 days Ta'anit. Those three sets of Ta'aniyot that he did, now they promised him, because of that suffering that he made himself, he wanted to sanctify himself, Hashem give him guarantee now, he's going to help him make sure his children are also going to learn Torah. So this is I guess this is a little bit leeway.
Maybe in Holocaust, that's why there's so many Balti Shvatim, because they were starving so much.
If he did it Hashem Shamayim, yeah, lechora. Okay, let's see. Amar Mikan.
A lot of people were saying this is what Hashem wants. אמר מכאן ואילך לא צריכה תורה מחזרת על אכסניה
שלה. So now he says like this. From now on, he did this 180 days. Taniyot says no more, don't need to do Taniyot anymore for this prayer, because now he's the host of the Torah. Because he's the host of Torah, Kadosh Baruch Hu. So I guess this 180 days is like a little bit cheating, like a leeway to cut. Because we really we never know what's in the mind of our children. We never for sure know what's in the mind of our grandchildren. So he says maybe this is another way to get that guarantee of 3 generations, and for further on there will be protection. Amar Rabbi Chama.
אמר רבי חמא, מה הייתי דכתיב?
It says in Mishlei, what is it talking about this pasuk? What does it mean? Belev
בלב בנון
Belev navon
נבון,
tanuach chokhmah
תנוח חוכמה, ובקרב
kisilim.
כסילים
תיוודע. Okay, so he says like this. Belev navon is a wise man. So in the heart of a wise man, tanuach chokhmah, the wisdom will settle in his heart. Ubekerev kisilim tivadea, but the wisdom and knowledge in the fools, it will not be sustained within him. He will just spread it around and forget it. Belev navon.
If he does what?
He just spread it around. He just be boasting about it, and he'll forget it. Many times we forget things, and this is the reason why. Because we're not doing it l'shem shamayim. We're doing it l'shem boasting. Because if you're doing it l'shem boasting, hey, look, as I teach, I give shurim, boom, all of a sudden you don't remember anything you spoke about yesterday. Because that's a ksil, that's like a fool.
You just want to spread to get credits.
Right, and then it doesn't mean much. Because remember, Torah is all about fulfilling Torah. If we don't fulfill, we have a problem. But lev navon.
Wow, even the one that's spreading the Torah, he also.
Yeah.
You gotta
Because anyway, what's the worth is spreading Torah if nobody's influenced? The only way to influence is by you keep fulfilling, which only Hashem knows it.
It's also brought down, right? The guy that's book smart. He's like he's reading.
Yeah,
you ask him a question, and he never knows it. He never gives an answer. Never knows an answer.
Belev navon tanuach. So Gemarah now Gemarah analyzing the pasuk. What does that mean? Belev navon, in the heart of a.
It's like me.
Oh, no, that's not true. Okay, belev navon tanuach. In a wise man, I'm going to read it because I see you're a little bit busy. Come on, read it.
בלב נבון תנוח חוכמה, זה תלמיד
Chacham. What does that mean? In the heart of a wise man, the wisdom is relaxing. This is a Talmid Chacham. Ben Talmid Chacham. He's a son of his father was also Talmid Chacham. Okay, continue. Ubekerev. So now, what does it mean? Ubekerev kisilim. Come on.
ובקרב כסילים
Tivadea. And what about with innards of the fool?
Where's the tivadea?
Tivadea means?
It says תודה זה תלמיד.
No, tivadea, not תודה זה. Tivadea. An explanation on the words and in the innards of the fool, tivadea, it will be not. Will be just okay. To the same thing. תודה, tivadea, doesn't matter. It's a mistake by your book. But here it makes more sense. Tivadea means it will be no informative. It will just be informing people what it is. זה תלמיד חכם. Ben Amaretz. His father is not learned. He is so he is like a fool who has a lot of information, but he did not receive. Father is the old.
Amaretz is considered a fool or like a regular guy?
No. This pasuk is being analyzed. A person who is a Talmid Chacham, whose father is not such a big Talmid Chacham, so he really has that deficiency. We all have that deficiency. We're born. What are you going to do? I'm going to lie to you. We have too many different worlds. We're trying to, we're learning. It's a 70-year process to fix one little thing. Can you imagine how much I have to live this world? I tell Hashem, give me at least 700 years in this life. Maybe I'll fix just 10 of the big deficiencies. How many deficiencies we will live with Hashem Rachem? We grew up and, no Torah, no nothing. So what do you expect us to be? Right? I'm not justifying what I'm doing wrong. It's fine. No. But again, that's the elevation. We'll get there one day, but only by teaching and learning and learning and teaching and learning. When I learn about people, it's all for me. People don't understand me. It's all for me. Hopefully I'll influence myself one day. Amar Ula. Haynu de Amri Inshay. Haynu, lo Haynu. Haynu.
It's Haynu, remember?
No, Haynu. Just say it, no?
Haynu de Amri
In Inshay.
In Asher.
Says Ula, this is what people usually talk. What do they say? Istara belagina kish karya. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Kish. People used to say, what do the people say? What does that mean? Rashi says, דמקשקש ומשמיע קול, ואם היה מלא סלעים, לא היה משמיע קול. Like this. When you have what it means is like this. Which bag makes a lot of noise? A full bag or little bit in it? If you have a container that has 2 coins, it will make a lot of noise. But if a container is full, about tzedakah box, right? Tzedakah box. When it's full, nothing coming out. When there's 2 coins in there, making so much noise. Kish, that's what it means. This is this person. A person who grew up that his father is not a Talmid Chacham. He did not experience the Kedusha, the holiness. He experienced it from the Rebbe here, the Rebbe there, but they're not really connected. He's not really 100% there. So he's just like a noise, like myself. I'm here, Baruch Hashem, talking about me. This Baruch Hashem, this Gemarah is talking about me. Hopefully one day I'll get to be full, but until then, this is what it means. We just make noise. Ama le Rabbi Yirmiyah le Rabbi Zera mai dichtiv. So Rabbi Yirmiyah asked Rabbi Zera. It says in the pasuk in Yov, Katon v'gadol shamhu, a great and a small and a great over there. Ve'eved chovshi me'adonav, and a servant is freed from his master. Atu lo yade'enan de katon v'gadol shamhu. I don't understand. If you want to tell me that what there's a small and there's a large next to it, what does that mean? What, I don't know that there is gadol katan. If there is large, there is big, right? If you want to say something small, what are you implying? There is something big. If you want to say something small, large, you say large. You automatically know there's small. By language, right? There's a large chair. I tell you, please bring me a chair from the, what is it called? The tent. I tell you, bring me the large chair. When I tell you to bring me a large chair, what am I telling you?
I mean, automatically you're implying
that there is a small chair. Right? That's exactly what I'm doing. So that's a pasuk. Why does it say gaton, gadol? If it's gadol, katan, I know there's gadol. If it's small, there is large. If there's large, there's small. Why do I have to say both? Basically, that's what the Gemara wants to know. Why did the pasuk have to say both? Say like this. אלא כל המקטנין עצמו על דברי תורה בעולם הזה נעשה גדול לעולם הבא. Rather, a person who is always diminishing his stature, he's not making everybody to honor him, oh, he's a big chief rabbi. He's making himself katan. So if you make yourself katan in this world, in the world of truth, they make you gadol automatically. וכל המשים עצמו כעבד על דברי תורה בעולם הזה נעשה חופשי לעולם הבא. And anyone who lives his life like a servant would live to his master, the Torah, is a servant. He has no choice. There is no option. The Torah tells you this is how you behave, that you're a slave. If you live like that, you will have a freedom in Olam Haba. Any questions? Yaakov, you have any questions? All right. Anybody has any questions, you could call me anytime you want.
What should we call this class?
Gemarah.
Student of the teacher?
I don't know.
Are you a student of the teacher?
Baruch Adonai Olam Amen.